interesting.
We are going to get into some kids etiquette now this morning. Maria Dahl joins us, who's a certified etiquette consultant. Here's a little bit more on her.
Our kids are talented. Each year evolving, each year learning, each year growing into the young adult we've always hoped for. As parents, we embrace this concept, knowing full well that what happens with them today will benefit them tomorrow. Parenting is a thankless job, but for most Calgary parents, it's a job that we're willing to accept.
How old or how young should your child be to start etiquette training, Maria?
I'd say about 18 months, 2 years.
Stop it.
No. Would you like that cookie? How do you say? E. That's fine. You got something now? Beautiful. Here's the cookie. So even as young as 18 months, 2 years old,
2-year-old right here.
Saying thank you, all of that. Even just little ways of helping. You know, here's some socks you can sort and organize and help me with laundry, and all many ways that our little ones can actually begin to help at home and to begin that process of learning etiquette and just basically knowing how to treat one another with respect.
Erin, you agree with this?
Absolutely. I'm so glad we started at that age, not expecting it, not knowing it would catch on, but it's amazing. Our little one's almost 3, and yeah, it's please and thank yous, and I want to help because I'm going to be a big sister, and you know, and it's great. And I think more than anything, I think they enjoy it because they see adults, and especially when they're an only child for the first little while, that's how adults treat each other, well, for the most part, we hope. So I think it makes them feel a little bit more grown up and gives them a little bit of a sense of responsibility, and yeah, it's great.
A place to belong.
Yeah.
What about when it comes to other people's kids? Because I hang around a lot with other people's kids, and you know, I'll give them a cookie or whatever, and they don't say thank you to me because I'm not their parent. Now, their parent usually goes, now make sure you say thank you, but the person maybe handing over the cookie just says, oh, it's okay, it's okay. So with other people's kids, should you be being like, thank you? And it's kind of a tough situation.
It's a very tough situation.
1 degrees of me. Oh yeah, you say, excuse me? Please and thank you.
That's when I feel like that helicopter parent, because I am on it all the time. Somebody gave my kids candy the other day. What do you say? What do you say?
Yeah, exactly. But the problem is that, well, what if mom doesn't say anything and you're waiting and you're thinking, Mom, say something because I'm just doing something nice for your child. At that moment, there's not a whole lot you can do. Unless you're very close with friends with that parent, then maybe take them aside and say, you know, it's important that they always are using their please and thank you and their good manners all the time. But in that moment, you may not want to be correcting that person's child because the mom might be quite offended if you say, what do you say? And then the mom might think, well, that's my child. Why are you correcting my child?
But if the parent's not there, I'm in there like,
oh yes, if the parent is away or distracted, then it's like, what do you say? Yeah, absolutely.
Maria, we have a video call for you as well too. Have a look and have a listen.
What table manners should we realistically expect a 5-year-old to carry out?
Well, you said it starts at an early age, right?
Right.
It starts early, so
absolutely. So when we're dealing with, say, 5-year-olds at the dinner table, first of all, they should be at their dinner table on time with hands and face washed. They should sit in their chair, not be tilting back in 2 legs. And certainly by the time that they're 5, they're kind of beyond needing to be restrained. I mean, they don't necessarily have to hold a fork and a spoon or even eat with their fingers. So that's a good opportunity to start helping them to learn how to hold a knife and a fork and to eat and actually bring the food to their mouth with a piece of cutlery as opposed to their fingers. Even sitting nicely too for a few minutes, not kind of eating and rushing off. Because I think it's important too that, and I'm very much big with this with anybody I teach dining etiquette to, is the idea that when we gather together for a meal, it's really a time where we're not just feeding our bodies with food, but we're also spending that time together creating those bonds and those moments, those wonderful memories of kind of bonding as a family, as a community. So I think it's really important that we don't have any of our gadgets there. Mom and Dad get rid of the smartphones. Kids don't bring their toys or tablets or anything like that, because now mealtime is when we're all going to share together and have a good time and have those questions and conversations and talking. And also taking that, sometimes parents might feel, well, my child might not be ready to go out in public yet. So what I recommend to parents is actually set up a nice tablecloth, nice elegant cutlery and your dishes, and actually kind of role play being at a restaurant so they
Maybe
understand.
invite some friends over too.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
so they understand what that looks like. It's not like a regular meal time at home. So that's an opportunity for them to get more comfortable. So when we do go into a restaurant, they know you can't get up from the table and run around because you've got servers. It's not safe for you, not safe for them. All of that. So they begin to feel more comfortable and confident themselves.
Wanda, how old are your kids?
7 and 9.
7 and 9. So now, is it too late? I mean, I'm sure you have an etiquette question for Maria as well too, but is it too late if they're 7 and 9, or even as they get into teenage years, to teach etiquette?
Never. Never too late.
You can't teach your kids though. Have you seen her kids?
They're watching.
Does some of this resonate with you?
It does, and we've tried from an early age to also make sure that there was etiquette in the restaurant. And what's also worked for us is having them pack a little bag. So they put coloring, books, crayons, that type of thing that will entertain them if the restaurant doesn't provide a color sheet or a menu that they can color on. So that kind of thing will entertain them, not to take away from conversation, but just to help keep them distracted in the restaurant, especially when they're younger. So we've tried to do that since they were younger, and they're really good in the restaurant.
Right. And also another point too is that some restaurants actually have a family time, so from like 4 to 6 p.m.
yeah.
For
Yeah.
families to
Good
come.
Really?
And
How am I just hearing about this? I had no idea.
And so what you can do, so many restaurants have their menus online, so you can go online, pre-order, let the restaurant know we're coming, we're ordering this, so that at least there's not that long lead time. Because it's true, when the children have to wait and
sit still.
Yeah.
they get sort of a little
Antsy,
fidgety.
yeah.
And so we can try to lessen that time as much as possible. So yeah.
And Erin, with a new baby coming home soon, Sloan, I'm sure, will be a little bit excited. Is there anything that maybe that you can do to prepare for that?
To
As far as
prepare the
etiquette,
2-year-old
yeah.
for the new baby coming home?
Right. So I mean, if she has like a favorite doll or something, then when you're sitting down to feed baby, you could say, "This is our time. So come, Sloan, with your doll, and we're going to sit and feed baby, and you can play with and feed your doll too."
Good idea.
And so little things like that,
Yeah.
and really make them very much a part of that. So it's not like you be over there and I'm doing my time with baby.
Right.
Bring Sloan into part of that. And Sloan, can you get me some wipes, or maybe get me, the baby needs such and such. So
Be involved.
So really have Sloan
Have her
involved,
part of
and
it.
she's- Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a big part. Okay.
Cool advice. Maria Dahl,
Yes.
certified etiquette consultant, who's joining us on panel this morning. Great to have you here, and I'm sure we're going to have a whole bunch more questions for you.
Oh yeah,
as the
she's
hour
not leaving
progresses.
anytime soon. I got a whole list.
Erin's
of
writing down the
restaurants.
restaurant idea. Well, which
Holy,
restaurants
which
again?
restaurants do this?
Yeah, no
What
kidding.
time does that happen?
I'll find out later.
We are